3, 2, 1.
Let me hear you scream! That's what audiences actually sound like. I wanna mic up everyone in an audience at a concert individually. And like when they're like singing along to a band or Taylor Swift or something, and then you just hear it back. It's like, let me hear you scream! Ah! It's like
My wife left me! My wife! She's gone! She took the children!
It's like, I fucking hate you! I don't actually want to be here!
Welcome, everybody, back to Brain Leak. Hello, leakers. What up? If you're watching the video version of this, my setup has changed.
If you're listening to this underwater, maybe don't get so leaky. Because that's how you die.
Maybe patch up a few of them holes. Huh?
Yeah, patch up your holes,
man.
baby.
That's the ultimate thing. We need to go and I think it's called snooba diving.
Snooba?
Yeah, they have this like big tank that like goes over this big weird mass thing that goes over you, but you can still talk. So we need to record a podcast from underwater.
I want to call it scuba diving, but that's taken.
Yeah, because scuba diving, you don't need a license for it.
Oh.
You can do anything. Oh wait, hold on. Scuba diving is different. Scuba diving, you still don't need a license for it, but the air whatever the rope that's got the air.
The tube?
Yeah, the tube. Instead of it going directly into a tank, it goes up to the boat. So it's just up in the boat, and then
that's like old school. When the guy would just have a tube stuck to his helmet and he'd walk into the water. They're like, good luck. What's going to happen? We don't know. Snooba.
What is this? This is what I...
Just get wrapped in condoms and like blow it up ourselves and then jump into the water. Oh, getting giant zorbs.
I just sent you a photo. This is the thing that I'm thinking of.
Whoa. They look like minions.
Yeah.
Is that Flounder in the front?
I know, right? I still haven't seen it yet. Have you seen it?
The movie?
Yeah.
I refuse to. I don't want to see any of the live actions.
Yeah. I've heard that it's good. I've seen so many people be like, it's so good. But a lot of those people are also like semi-Disney.
Disney adults.
Disney adult people. Which no shame, but...
however you want to get your kicks, even if it's with Mickey watching.
Mm-hmm. Mickey's always watching.
Are you close? Are you close? Come on, who's a bad girl? Come on, you're close.
That's so awful.
I'm about to come.
Do you need a towel?
I'm coming. Oh.
That's so awful.
Aaron and I were talking about it. He showed me a meme where it's like a guy doing a Peter Griffin impression, but it's like really him like coming. And it's like, oh, I'm coming, Lois. Oh, Lois.
That's so awful.
So all week we just kept joking about stuff in Peter Griffin's voice.
AI is horrifying because I've seen so much in this last week of like deep fakey stuff and like AI voice regeneration that is like really funny, but at the same time like very concerning. I've seen a lot of different covers of songs by different people. Like I've seen a lot of like Squidward Tentacles singing My Way, and it's like, why does this actually sound good?
Didn't
like,
that happen with like Drake and The Weeknd, and they had to pull the song from the internet because it was too popular?
Yeah, it was like it was a fake song.
Yeah,
using their AI voices. It's wild.
It just shows that you can use AI to write some of that music.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy in the next few years. I mean, it's probably already happening, but I don't really know how this works. But that's got to be. Would that fall under copyright?
Yeah, because you're using someone's likeness to do it. If you did the song yourself, it's probably fine.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because then you're not really using any of them. The fact that it's promoted as Drake and The Weeknd, then that's You can't do that.
Yeah.
It's like if someone tries to make a Jacksepticeye video out of AI, technically I can shut it down because I'm copyrighted.
Have you had, because you did a green screen video recently. I don't know if you did anything in the green screen video where you were like, this is my favorite thing. I love this thing.
Yeah.
But when Mark and I did that for Unis Honest, there's a clip of Mark doing that where he's like, this is my favorite thing. I love this thing. And I've been sending him a bunch of different links recently because I'll get TikTok ads of like shitty products that are using that clip.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And I'm like, I don't think this is legal because it's technically you endorsing this product, but you're not.
Sue them.
It's like a weird.
Sue them for everything they're worth. Take all of their money.
Take all of their $12 from their TikTok ads.
Yeah, I did a couple of things with ChatGPT for videos for like Wired and Men's Health. The Wired one came out, but like we did it ages ago, and then I was like, I don't really know if like AI is my thing. I don't really want to be like an AI guy. But it was like me being a clone of myself, and they like trained something on the Wired interview I did before, but it didn't sound anything like me. And then the writer's strike happened, and I was like, man, can we like not upload these videos? I don't want it to seem like I promote AI or endorse AI now. They went up anyway. No one really cared, which is good. But at the same time, I was like, I don't want people to think that I align with AI and think that I want it to progress and take over everything. I don't want to be that guy who's like, suddenly everyone's like, Jacksepticeye endorses AI. And I'm like, huh? What?
Wait, no.
When?
I saw a really funny tweet from a writer the other day that that was like, Chat GPT can't replace us writers, but it can replace J.K. Rowling. And it was just a prompt with Chat GPT that was like, give me a name for an Asian Jewish man. And it replied with David Wongstein.
That is something she would write.
Yeah.
Oh, that is the type of name that if somebody said an AI generated this, it's like, that's the most AI generated name. I'm sure all she did for those names was a name generator somehow.
Yeah, something like that. It's just all of the stereotypes. Well, also, Cho Chang isn't it like Korean and Chinese or something like that? I can't remember.
The Choi would be a Korean name, or Choi.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not stumbling into this.
Yeah.
These verbal Olympics that you're trying to get me into. I'm going down at the first hurdle and I'm DQing myself. I'm out. I'm gone.
Bye-bye. Bye. Yeah, let's do podcasts underwater.
Hopefully we'll get like some lady that comes up and is like, you can't film here in the background, and then our clip goes viral and we're like, oh no. We just hire somebody to do that. Hire somebody to show up in the background and be like, you can't film out here. This is private property. And it's like, oh man, can't believe this happened. Oh, what a Karen. And then it'll go viral and podcast will take off.
We should record a bunch of podcasts in dumb, stupid ways.
Yeah. In a half pipe.
Mm-hmm.
On a hill.
While Tony Hawk is going, hello. What do you think our Tony Hawk pull is? Think we could get Tony on here?
It's more than 0, for sure.
Yeah.
In my understanding, it's that if you talk about something enough on the internet, it will happen.
This is true.
That's what put me in a room with Ryan Reynolds. So I'm a firm believer of just nagging people into doing what you want. Just spamming.
How did that happen? I don't remember what led up to that.
I don't really know. I was talking about him a lot because Deadpool 1 had come out and I was just a fan of Ryan Reynolds anyway. I was talking about that for ages. And I think I just talked about him a lot, that it kind of got on his radar. And I was in a bus coming back from... I got off my plane, and to the terminal, there was one of those little shuttle buses. And I looked down at my phone, he liked one of my tweets. And I was like, oh, fuck. That was when I could still have stuff turned on my phone and verify tab wasn't fucked. And I saw that and I was like, holy shit. And I was like, is that real? And I went to his account and went to his likes and then it was gone. And I was like, oh, he liked something by accident. Ooh, I've been there. When you're like scrolling and your like thumb is like right where the like button is. It's like, oh, fuck. No.
Yeah. When you're looking through someone's profile to like, should I follow this person?
Yeah.
Who is this person?
Yeah, and he probably got spammed a lot from my community. And then I think Deadpool 2 was then coming out. I played the Deadpool game and he had followed me just before that out of nowhere. I just was in my house one night and I saw that he followed me and I was freaking out. And then I think because of all of those stars aligning, then the people who were doing the movie, I think it was Fox at the time, just reached out and were like, well, there's a lot of buzz around this and we want exposure for our movie, so maybe let's put them in a room together, and the rest was history.
The rest was history.
And then I got lucky enough to do the Detective Pikachu one in Japan, and then he remembered who I was, and then he kind of got a bit closer to me, and I don't know. Then I somehow ended up with his phone number and text him, and then Free Guy happened, and I was like, man, I'm just falling into success here. I'll take it.
And you guys go to brunch pretty much every Sunday, right? After church?
Yeah, after church, but it's between church and the children's readings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we go give out food and eat at the same time. So
that's nice.
Kind of a meet cute.
Yeah. So do you guys still hand out aviation and Mint Mobile subscriptions, or?
We've scaled back on that because people kept calling Ryan a self-centered piece of shit.
Yeah. And he sold them, right?
Yeah, and now he just has a t-shirt cannon with Wrexham jerseys that he just thumps at people as he goes by. We call them drive-bys, but it's really just me on a bicycle with him on the back.
Yeah, those are something different in America. But you're in the UK.
And he's Canadian, so we don't understand what that is.
That's fair.
Yeah, a drive-by to me is like walking past someone and farting at the same time. What is it normally?
Oh, man. I love crop dusting people.
They'll never know.
It's just a simple joy in life, you know?
I want to know how many times people are just farting doing things. Like, it's not just like, oh, we're out and about or we're at the cinema or something. It's like, I farted like on stage in front of thousands of people. Mm-hmm. Like, what other scenarios are people farting in? Like, is the president farting during a speech?
Probably.
I'd be nervous.
I mean, everyone's farting all the time. We've got these gases built up in us.
Just a bunch of tutors.
Yeah, just a bunch of tutors. Sean, my balls have never been ballsier. And this summer, you know, I'm really wanting to whack them weeds down there. There's just hair growing all up and around, and every time I use my machete to try and trim it like the jungle that it is, I manage nicking a couple little things down there, and there's no solution.
Are you trying to do a DIY vasectomy on yourself? That's not gonna go well. You gotta tie them after you snip them.
Oh, shit. Whoopsies.
It's okay. I have a solution, okay? Don't freak out.
I'm freaking out. My balls are everywhere.
Oh, no. Put them back. With the power of Manscaped, your balls shall be shinier and more pristine and more presentable than ever.
More presentable and pristine and whatever other adjective you used.
Yep, baby. Because with Manscaped, you can use their Performance Package 4.0 that comes with the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. It's got a little light on it. It's got a safeguard. It's got ceramic teeth.
Is the light 4,000 Kelvin?
It sure is. I'm glad. See, I knew you, cinema guy. I knew you'd know your light bulbs. Yeah, so that white balance on your taint will never look as good as it does under the 4,000 Kelvin LED spotlight on the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer.
Damn, when I'm shaving my pubes with that thing, it looks like a helicopter with a spotlight and they're catching a criminal and I'm shaving it off.
Do you have crabs?
No.
Oh, baby, there's so much more in there. There's crop preserver ball deodorant. There's Manscaped boxers. There's travel bags. There's shears. You got it all, baby, in a neat little package. Just like your neat little package will be.
Oh, baby. And it's nice too because this neat little package, it comes with a luxury nail grooming kit because you gotta keep everywhere looking pristine and taken care of and manicured and everything. I wish I could get this whole thing and get 20% off and free shipping, but I don't know where to go.
Well, if you go to manscaped.com and use the code BRAINLEAK, BRAINLEAK, you can get 20% off and free shipping.
That's manscaped.com with the code BRAINLEAK at checkout.
Yeah, baby, go save yourself 20%. And also, you can trim 20% then after that. Balls.
I think that we could get Rye Guy on. Is he here? Does he live in LA? Where is he in the UK? Where is he?
I don't know. I imagine it's either LA or New York. I don't think he lives in Canada. Clearly, we're very good friends.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy that he commutes from wherever he is for brunch every week.
Hey, he's a busy guy.
It will be very fun, though, because he'll be here soon. And we're going to record a couple episodes in person.
Yeah.
We're going to be able to reach out, touch each other, hold
touch
each other's
face.
hands.
Yeah,
Touch
we should
face.
do a whole episode holding hands.
Holding hands. Oh, man. That would be so great.
That would be so nice.
We do a whole episode of us with handheld mics walking down the street holding hands, and it's just a oneer for an hour and a half.
That would be a sick episode of a podcast.
That's actually really funny. Just like walking through a lovely park. There's like a couple proposing, an old man feeding ducks.
Yeah, somebody dying.
Oh, that's great.
A drive-by.
Oh, we could make a whole, so much lore behind it.
I know. And for the
know?
people
We
listening at home, we could just make shit up.
Oh, man. Because it's like, okay, we start the episode and we're just walking through the park, and then you notice this lady in the back, and she has a name tag on it. It says her name is Shirley. And then you're like, okay, what's Shirley up to in the back? And then all of this stuff happens all in the background. But that's kind of life, all of these things happening in the background.
Are you allowed film a podcast in public like that? Because it's commercial, technically.
If I'm honest, I have no idea what the legality is. Probably, especially in LA, probably not. You probably have to have a filming permit.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to just go around film people, especially if you're making money off of it. If it's just for personal use, then it's fine. But technically, you could say you don't earn any money off the episode. You earn it off the sponsors. There's a loophole.
I don't know if that's true, though. Because don't we get like 12 cents from...
That's true. It goes up on YouTube.
And it goes
as
up
well.
on YouTube.
Where we earn like, what, $4 on it?
Hell yeah, baby.
Dude.
Shares are a little low this month.
Dinner's on us. Drinks on us, guys.
Drinks on us. Guys, we have to pass Joe Rogan again.
Yeah.
We have to top Joe Rogan.
We need to be the grizzly bear to Joe Rogan's gorilla. He never stops talking about gorillas. We need to just get grizzly bears out there more. Actually, he talks about grizzly bears as well. What am I talking about? Dude loves an animal.
He does love those big creatures. I think I told you this on the podcast, but I saw a clip of him being like, see this bear? And he pulls up a thing of a bear and he's like, oh, look at that guy. He's so big. It's so funny.
What do you think his regimen is?
What do we use to incentivize people to share the podcast and listen more?
Well, first of all, what we have to do is start coming up with a different animal that can take over both. I'm sick of this whole bear gorilla conversation because everyone gets so heated in it. We need to propagandize the podcast where we start coming up with sloths are actually really dangerous. Just start making up lies. Let's start making up a rumor. You know those things crane flies or daddy long legs where people are they have actually some of the most poisonous venom, but they just can't bite through human skin. I'm I don't actually know if that's true, but we could make up something like that. Babies are actually really scary, but they just can't bite through human skin.
They're really scary, but they can't bite through.
Before the age of 3, babies are actually highly venomous.
They're the strongest beings in the world. Babies do have strong grip. They grab on the stuff and they don't let go.
They gotta grab the tit. They're I'm fucking eating whether you want it or not.
I had to break a baby's arm once because it wouldn't let go of me, and that was the only way.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah. You know, the grip is strong, but their bones are weak. It's easy.
They just have a lot of them. They have so many more than an adult. So many more to break.
They lose all of their bones by the time they turn 10.
No, their bones fuse. So they have more bones when they're babies.
What?
Babies have more bones than an adult.
Really?
Yeah. And then when you get older, your bones start fusing together and making like longer, stronger, bigger bones.
A baby's body has about 300 bones at birth. These usually fuse together to form 206 bones that the adults have. I had no idea.
I'm giving you baby lore.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, babies are fucked up. Babies are just like walking bone factories.
That's crazy.
You ever like pick up a baby and shake them? They like rattle. You hear their bones like diddle-a-did.
That's why they say never shake a baby.
Yeah, it's not that they can't support their head. It's just they have too many bones. It like
bones will get
stab
mixed
them.
up.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle when you like shake the box.
That's crazy. What's in the box? It's a bunch of baby's bones.
Oh, baby bone puzzle.
Oh, damn.
Somebody should make an instrument out of baby's bones.
Well, now we might be going too far.
I don't know if I like that I said that. I don't know if I like that sequence of words that came out of my mouth.
Anyway, yeah, we should record a podcast of walking down the street.
With baby's bones. Do you think you could buy a bag of baby bones on the internet?
You can buy literally anything you want on the internet, yes. Through the dark web or what is it called? Silk Road? There's like multiple different things.
Dark web sounds way cooler than Silk Road.
The dark web, the deep web, there's Silk Road. Silk Road I think is like the black market basically.
Ooh, Silk Road.
But
Why does it call that?
I don't really know why or I don't really know how you access it.
That's my thing. It's like you can't just Google dark web and then get on the dark web.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
You gotta know a guy. You go to a website and it says, "What's the password?" And you're like, "Baby bones." And they're like, "All right, come on in."
I really don't know how it works. For people listening that don't know about the dark web, don't go on the dark web.
I don't know how you can.
I don't even know how you can. Yeah, you could literally get anything you want on the dark web, the deep web, or Silk Road, or whatever. I think Silk Road is the marketplace. What?
Well, I looked it up, and it was a Chinese-Eurasian trade route. So between China and Europe, I don't think that's what it is. I think that's
the Silk Road was the first modern dark web marketplace, an online place for anonymously buying and selling illegal products and services using Bitcoin. Using Bitcoin, I didn't realize that.
Oh.
While darknet markets have largely recovered after Hydra's closure, and fraud shops have not, single vendor shops...
Captain America took them down.
Hydra? What the fuck is...
If you're going to have something on the dark web, you have to have it be called like Hydra. Or like Ozone. Oh, Cerberus took us down. Like it has to be shit like that. Thanos snapped the dark web.
I want to know what Hydra is. The fuck is Hydra?
They're the Nazis from Marvel's cinematic universe.
Okay, before law enforcement agencies shut down Hydra, it was the largest darknet market in the world.
Run that back again.
Before law enforcement agencies shut down Hydra.
You said law enforcement.
Oh. It was the largest darknet market in the world. Prior to its demise, Hydra Marketplace captured 93.3% of all economic value received in the 2022 darknet market ecosystem. The Russia-based darknet market enabled drug sales and offered cybercriminals money laundering services. In wake of Hydra's collapse, several markets gained revenue, but three in particular dominated: Black Sprut, OMG Market, and Mega Darknet Market.
Mega Darknet.
What the
It's like, dude, Randall has the Darknet trademark. Like, what are we going to do? Mega Darknet.
This is crazy.
How are things like that able, like, this is just so naive and shows that I know nothing about the dark web. How does it just exist? Surely some government agencies or some people are like smart enough to know where it's coming from, how it's done, who's running it.
Well, now we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive and find out. The dark web uses complex systems that anonymize a user's true IP address, making it very difficult to work out which website a device has visited. It's generally accessed using dedicated software, the best for it known as the Onion Router.
The
About
onion
2.5
router.
million people
Because it has layers.
use it every day.
Is it like a thing you pass your IP through, or is it like, do you buy an onion router? I put an onion on my router, now I have dark web.
So the deep web is the part of the internet which is generally hidden from the public view. It can't be accessed via the usual search engines and is reached in other less widely known ways. The majority of the deep web is made up of databases which can be accessed securely over the open web. The open web is the publicly visible part of the internet that most of us use each day and is accessed through search engines such as Google or Bing.
Ew. It's called Microsoft Edge now.
I'm
still don't know.
confused.
It's like you can't access it through regular means, but you access it through the open web, which is the regular means. Dude, someone's going to kick in my door and shoot me.
Is it legal? So using Tor, which I guess is another thing.
Oh,
like
the Tor
thing.
network I've heard of. It's just like a node-based system. Isn't Tor just like a VPN network?
Tor provides anonymizing software which can be accessed via a search engine and then downloaded free of charge. Tor wraps the sender's message in layers of encryption, rather like layers of an onion, which is how the system got its name.
The Shrek network.
The Shrek network. Yeah. Instead, they are relayed through. So searches or messages via the Tor browser do not go directly to their intended destination. Instead, they are relayed through nodes, which are other computers operated by Tor users. At each node, a layer of encryption is taken off and the message is sent on to the next. Each node knows the identity of the previous node and the one that comes next, but does not know the others in the chain. Therefore, it is extremely difficult to track a message's entire journey or work out where it started or who sent it. This is so interesting to me. This is crazy.
There's a lot of smart people out there figuring out how not to see their furry porn pictures be found.
So, is it legal? Using Tor or visiting the dark web are not unlawful in themselves, but it is, of course, illegal to carry out illegal acts anonymously.
But isn't the act of getting on it and using it anonymous? Is it like it's not illegal to have weed, but it's illegal to sell it and grow it?
I guess as soon as you start doing illegal stuff, then it becomes illegal. But isn't that all that's on there is illegal stuff?
Yeah. It's like, no, I'm just accessing Facebook through the Tor network. I don't want anyone to know where I've posted this cringy picture from. I have a scenario for you. Let's say you're on the internet, you're poking your little IP address around there, looking at all sorts of sites and not even thinking about protecting it. You know what that means? You're not using NordVPN. You're unprotected on the internet. Not only that, but you're going all over the place and there's things that you can't look at, certain services you can't buy, you're paying more prices for certain things. You're basically dumb.
You don't want to be dumb, do you?
No.
No. Listen, all the time I'm sitting in my room and I'm going, oh my God, I want to watch the new season of Great British Bake Off, but it's only available in the UK, and I want to see Mary Berry make a big old fucking cake. I can't do that by myself at my house unless I am using NordVPN, because you can trick these tricksters into thinking that you're in a place that you're not actually in.
Yeah.
That's the power of NordVPN.
These media companies, they have the power in their hands, but when you use NordVPN, oh, stole a kiss. It's in your hand now. You have the power to do whatever you want on the internet, and you're more protected. They also got stuff like NordLocker. They got NordPass, password manager. They got like a thing that you cloud storage. They got everything, baby.
Everything. Now, if you want this exclusive offer, you can go to nordvpn.com/brain. That's nordvpn.com/BRAIN to get a huge discount off your NordVPN plan, plus a bonus gift. And it's completely risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee, baby.
Thanks, Nord. Yeah, that kind of stuff scares me because it shows that there are so many people in the world that know exactly how to get any information they want out of anywhere and anyone and do whatever they want and not be caught doing it. And our like 99% of people who use the internet are so dumb about it, including ourselves in that regard, that we have no idea if anyone's ever like surveying us.
Yeah, and I mean they probably are. And it's like it's you know what's insane to think about is so Elon Musk think
so insane to think that a person like that exists.
So he, as of recording this, I think is the richest person in the world.
Yeah.
Right? So Elon Musk.
What's his value? How many times over can he buy the world?
So Elon Musk, let's just say, is the richest person in the world, valued at $180 billion, right? What's crazy to think about is that's public wealth.
Yeah.
There are people that have trillions of dollars, but not publicly. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking insane to think about.
Cayman Islands. Offshore bank account.
But really, though, and it's insane. Like through like drug industries and stuff and like all this shit. It's insane.
There's a lot of people out there not paying taxes.
Yeah.
What's even crazier is the discrepancy between $1 million and $1 billion, because it's easy to think like it's like 1 million and then like 10 million and then it's like 100 million. It's like in your head it's kind of like, oh, $1 billion is like right after that. Like in your head there are a lot like 100 million and $1 billion seem a lot closer than they actually are. But I always see the thing be brought up that it's like if you put that into time, 1 million seconds is 11 days, and then 1 billion seconds is 31 years.
Yeah,
that's fucking nuts.
Nuts. It's
so the difference between having $1 million and $1 billion is huge.
And then having $1 trillion. What?
What is a trillion? Because $1 billion is like 1,000 million, isn't it?
Yeah.
So is a trillion
100,000 million?
1,000 billion?
$1 trillion is 1,000 billion.
Oh, that's how many stars there are in our sphere of view.
Here.
There's only 2 stars right here, baby.
God, speaking of these numbers, I saw a different thing with this clip of Neil deGrasse Tyson and some other scientists, and they were talking about space and aliens and stuff. And they were talking about how much of space we have explored.
Yeah.
And she was like, the amount of space that we've explored, if you take all of space and equate it to the oceans, all of the oceans in our world combined, like that's a lot of ocean. The amount of space that we have explored is equal to 1 12-ounce cup. And so she made this amazing analogy, which is like, what the fuck? She was like, so if you were to think, oh, do we have fish? And then you took a cup and you scooped it in the water and you looked inside and you're like, there's no fish in here. It would be pretty stupid of you to assume that there are no fish because there are no fish in the glass of water that you just dunked and got. So like hearing that analogy is just like, whoa!
What I want to know is, where is God in this cup? Is he like outside the cup? Is he the one holding the cup? Is he the one doing the dunking? Did he just mix us all up in a little cup? He was like, And then he just like wriggled his finger around and he was like, I have created life. He showed his friends, his other god friends, blasphemous in some religions to say there's more than one. And he was like, guys, watch this. And he just spits spits into a random piece of space. And their guys are like, what'd you do? And he was like, come back in like 1,000 years.
So here's a question. Is it against religion to believe in aliens?
See, this is the thing that always got me and what made me as like a 12-year-old not go to church or anything anymore. Which I was like 12 and I was like, I don't think it's real. And I was like walking through the field on my way back to my house for some reason. Because I played a lot of games and watched a lot of movies and loved aliens and science and all that kind of stuff and how things worked. And I was thinking about it and then I was like, I thought about the aliens thing and then it turned out then there was like, well, God created the universe, so he also created the aliens. So it's like, but didn't he create us in his image? And it's like, it's pretty narcissistic to think that we look like God and all that kind of stuff. But if he created aliens and they look nothing like us, then how does that make any sense? And it was those kind of like feedback loop questions that I was like, I think I don't want to do this.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But my whole family are still like practicing religious people. And my granny was like really into it and she found a lot of solace in it. So the older I got, I was like, that was my experience. And like other people can believe in whatever they want. Because I know there's going to be a lot of people watching this episode and they're going to get their religious beliefs kind of like fired upon and take it personally. But I don't really care what people believe in, as long as you're not hurting other people.
Yeah, as long as you're not hurting others or yourself, believe in what you want.
Yeah.
Doesn't make an impact on my life.
That was my thing. And I was like, does that mean aliens are... Like if that's the thing that kept changing was that Catholicism kept making up new rules and like moving the goalposts and like changing things. And I was like, get out of here. What's the point of the Bible then? If you're just going to rewrite it and change things. Come on.
It's an old book.
Yeah. There's
new book.
How many commandments would there be now if God came back? He's like, guys, I've updated the terms and conditions. It's like, we're going to need far more stone plates for these ones.
Speaking of updating the terms and conditions, I was having a conversation about this with somebody last night. How often do they have to update maps?
Okay, work us through it.
Okay, so the world, even if it's very, very slow, obviously, the continents are always like sort of growing and or shrinking.
I see.
Because of the oceans,
Uh-huh.
right? And other things, and like shit moves around. It's very, very slow, but it's happening.
Uh-huh.
So how often do they have to update maps?
Probably not that much. I think the amount of movement that happens in like 100 years is probably like ninjas in Antarctica just being like looking at the continents like, I'm not seeing enough movement. Pangaea's breaking up.
Yeah.
That was the supercontinent, and then it broke into everything else. But like, I'm not seeing enough movement. It's like, watch this. I think, Google it. How far do continents move in a year? I'd wager it's less than a millimeter.
Earth's land masses move towards and away from each other at an average of about 1.5 centimeters.
A year?
Uh-huh. That's about the rate that a human toenail grows.
Do they have to update the toe maps?
Oh, damn.
I think maps are always being updated because it's all satellite imagery, so anything that changes is just updated in real time constantly.
I guess so.
It's not like the fucking Apple Maps cars drive around, which I saw one like a month ago. Drove by and I was like, come on, please, please, please.
Did you actually do it?
No.
Oh,
I just saw it and I was like, whoa, cool. I was having lunch. I was too preoccupied.
Do we have to update our maps? You are right. In general, satellite view will update every 1 to 3 years, although it may be much more frequent in highly populated areas and even less in rural locations. But that's Google Maps and like satellite images and stuff.
Well, that's just like all GPS.
I guess they would use that to update other maps and globes and whatnot.
Yeah.
How often do they have to update the mold for the globe?
Now we're talking. Now you're leaking. Oh,
Now
baby.
I'm leaking.
This is a leaky conversation. You know when people tune in and they're like, man, they're getting very conspiratorial and like religious. And it's like, that's just how leakers think. I don't want people to go around saying like, oh, I have ADHD anymore. You just go around saying, I'm a leaker. I'm neurodivergent. I leak. I leak and I'm proud. So how often do you have to update a paper map? You should probably get a new one of those like every 3 years.
Yeah, every couple of years.
Yeah, somebody probably still has one that has like Loch Ness on it or like a hydra in the water.
Loch Ness still exists.
We just talked about it last time that they're probably dead.
Oh, the monster. Sorry, Discord cut out and I didn't hear the monster part. I was like, Loch Ness is a place.
Oh, no. I'm saying it like colloquially like Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein's monster, not Frankenstein himself.
Loch Ness is monster.
Yeah.
They used to deliver pizzas with no GPS. They'd be on the phone and they'd say, hey, I need you to come to 124 Fuck Ass Street.
Dude, they still do that in a lot of places like New York and London with taxis. You just get in and it's like, I need to go here. And they're like, okay. And they're just so well educated on the streets of London that they just know where to go.
Did you ever go on a road trip growing up and you had to navigate using a map, paper map?
No.
That was a little bit before my time. I never had to paper map it. We did have a GPS. It was very shitty. We always
Like
had a map
Garmin?
for backup. Mm-hmm. Exactly what it was. Exactly.
Fuck. It's just... my chair was moving.
It just explodes.
Whoa.
Whoever's editing, once Sean's chair goes down, add an explosion and then cut the ad read. It's perfect. It's fucking perfect.
How did we ever navigate life without... Here's a sentence that's going to come out of my mouth in some form. I think social media is the verbal map of the world. Think about how we navigate the world physically. We use GPS. We use maps. Google Maps. None of that Apple Map shit. For some reason, you always send me Apple Map links, and I don't like it. I would wish you wouldn't.
Justin told me that the other day. We were going out to dinner, and I put it in, and he went, "You're using Apple Maps?" I was like, yeah. And he was like, "Why don't you have Google Maps?" And I was like, "I just never downloaded it. I don't know."
I deleted Apple Maps off my phone, and we went I think it was somewhere like Creator Clash or something where we were in a similar place together, and you sent me a link, and I had to download Apple Maps to see where you were linking to.
Maybe this year I'll download Google Maps. Just
okay. Don't let me shame you into doing something different. You should just live your life and
it's the world. No,
this is a teachable moment. Don't buckle under because I said something aggressive towards you. You get aggressive back. You defend.
Hey, man!
You defend your stance.
Fuck you, and your family, and the horse you rode in on, and whatever you're feeding the horse.
Damn.
And if you have a stable guy.
You could have just said something like, you had to download Google Maps and I just went straight for the map app that was on the phone already.
Yeah.
I didn't have to insult my horse like that.
Man, I kind of want a horse. I think it would be fun.
Anyway, I think social media is like the map of the people. Yeah, the verbal sort of like people politics map. How we navigate emotionally through this world. Thoughts?
I guess that makes sense, yeah. I wish it wasn't, because it's stupid. Yep.
But technically, we upload this on like YouTube and stuff. Those are social medias. We wouldn't have our jobs. Wouldn't be able to be leaky.
Is YouTube still one of the top search engines, even though it's not a search engine?
I think TikTok probably overwrote that. The amount of people that type shit in. I go to so many TikToks that are like TikToks of people doing things like celebrities or whatever. And the amount of times that the auto search at the top of it is like someone bikini pics or beach pics or someone feet. And it's like, it's any random celebrity of any gender, of any sort of like anything. And it's just like
Shawn Mendes, big toe.
Yeah, Shawn Mendes beach pics will be like a thing. Taylor Swift feet. It's like I got recommended a video of her like singing with like her piano got wet and like she had to wipe it down. I was like, why is that what everyone is it like an aggregate of how many people are saying it in the comments and then it's like, oh, people want to search for this, so we'll put it up top to click it.
Maybe?
There's probably some questionable ones now in my searches because I've been like, why are people searching this? Did something happen? And then I like click one.
Also, YouTube is number 2 search engine, and it's not a search engine. It's
After Google?
Yeah.
Where's my boy Edge at? Where's Microsoft Edge on the...
Microsoft Edge isn't a search engine.
Isn't it? I thought that's what they changed Internet Explorer to.
Well, yeah, but that's a web browser.
Oh, right.
Not a search engine.
Where's Bing at then?
But somehow Yahoo is still up there. I don't know who fucking uses Yahoo anymore. But
It's like old people.
It's up there. Let's see.
Come on, Bing. Come on, Bing. Top 10.
Bing's number 5.
Oh, baby! I don't give a shit about Bing, but I'm rooting for the underdog. I'm rooting for the little guy.
Ask.com.
Ask.com. Oh, you know why Yahoo is still high up? Because Yahoo Answers exists.
Oh, but Yahoo Answers doesn't exist anymore.
Oh. Does it not?
Isn't that sad? No, it doesn't exist anymore. Yahoo Answers is done. Gone. For a couple of years now.
What? What did they do to my boy?
This is like learning a celebrity died.
This is like learning about bones all over again.
Yeah, it's the Yahoo Answers doesn't.
2021. Mm-hmm. Why? Well, I know why. Because it's Yahoo, and everything they touch turns to fucking. It's like the opposite of the Midas touch. You know, where everything turns to gold. It's like everything turns to absolute dog shit when Yahoo touches it.
Poor.
Somebody brought Yahoo Answers out into the street and shot it in front of everybody.
It's very sad.
We've compiled a list of questions. Will this impact my Yahoo account? Okay, you shouldn't have one anyway. Anytime I get an email from somebody who has like Yahoo or Hotmail, I'm like, guys, what are we doing?
Guys, come on.
Where should I go when I have questions in the future? Fucking anywhere else.
To us!
Come to us!
Segway!
Bad advice! Roll the intro! Okay, this one comes in from Shay. They say, hey guys, long-time listener, first-time caller. Hey, welcome to the leak zone.
Hey guys.
They said, I lost my virginity a while ago and I have searched everywhere and I just can't seem to find it. Do either of you know how to get it back? Any help would be much appreciated, Shay.
Well, I mean, I think the first thing is just seeing if you have a receipt lying around anywhere.
Yeah, or like check the last place you remember having it. It's usually in like the last place you look. So if your virginity is like in a shoe somewhere.
Well, because losing it is like whatever, but you said specifically that you wanted to return it. So the receipt is a big part of that, because unless you have like a, I don't know, maybe like a point system wherever you, and I don't know where you got it from, but they're probably not going to let you return it unless your name is in the system. So maybe your name is in the system, but if you don't have the receipt, they're likely not going to let you return it.
Yeah, maybe go back to the Virgin store and see, just ask someone at customer service if you can get it back or you can return it, or I don't know, just information is key. Communication specifically.
Yeah, you could also go and see like with a lot of pets and stuff, they like chip them. So I don't know if you got a chip in yours where you can track it, but you could probably go where you got it and say, hey, here's the, if you have like the serial number or something.
Or just wait a really, really, really long time. Because I think if you wait long enough, your virginity grows back. That cherry unpops, so to speak.
Interesting.
Just go buy a bag of cherries.
On a serious-ish note, there's I don't remember there's a certain sect of Christian. I don't remember what specifically they're called, but they're born again Christians and born again virgins. Which that's not how that works.
How do you do that? You can't put the genie back in the bottle.
I don't know. Just like, no, it didn't happen.
Just
that didn't happen anymore.
Yeah, I refuse. Put your pee-pee back in and use it like a straw. Get what you put in back.
It's just like, okay. Born again Christian I can understand, but yeah, born again virgin is...
It's like just trying to protect themselves. It's like, no, I'm a virgin. I'm a virgin. No, like, how's anyone going to prove that? How's anyone going to go to you and be like, let me check?
That's true.
That's how you do it. You just say that you're a virgin again.
Gaslight yourself until...
And everybody else that asks.
Mm-hmm.
Virginity is the new cool.
Yeah, guys.
It's like... Is that V for V card? You had no idea where your brain wanted to go,
No,
did you?
I didn't. For audio listeners, I just looked in the camera and threw up a good old deuce.
Good old deuces. No, it's V. It's V for virgin. They just go around and do that to everybody from now on and be like,
damn.
in my culture, this means happy. It stands for hope.
Well, I hope that you can find it. I hope that you can get it back. And if you want to return it, I hope you find the receipt.
Maybe get a sniffer dog. Go around and sniff.
They probably have hounds for that, for finding the virginity.
Yeah. Do you think a dog can smell if you've lost your virginity? It's like sniffing for bombs.
Maybe, because dogs are so smart. They can sniff so much stuff. Spencer was going to be a diabetic service animal, and then he failed out of school, apparently. And that's why he was put up for adoption. But they can sniff your blood levels, or your, whatever it's called, blood sugar. Yeah.
Aren't they like trying to train dogs to sniff out tumors? Oh, that'd be a great name for a dog. Tumor.
Tumor.
Come here, Tumor.
Tumor, come. Come on here, Tumor.
Come on over, Benign.
Benign.
Come on over, Diabetes.
Yeah, these are my two dogs, Benign and Tumor. I love them. Love them to death. God,
my two dogs, Lump and Mole. And my third dog, she's a pup, but her name's Get Her Checked.
Get her checked.
Anyway, hope you find your virginity.
This one comes in from a music lover. Hello, y'all. How do I cope with these cave woman instincts to want to wrestle animals that will absolutely turn my family tree into paper pulp? I can't help but feel this deep itching in my bones to fistfight a tiger, a merc, or a giant squid. I can barely open a jar of jelly, yet I'm determined to win. Help. Thanks.
The average Joe Rogan listener.
Yeah.
I can't do menial tasks, but I want to fight a bear.
I would like to fight and win.
What is that? Isn't it like 60% of Americans think they can take out a grizzly bear with like just their hands?
What?
Yeah.
60% of Americans couldn't take out a baby.
Couldn't take the trash out.
Couldn't take the goddamn trash out, baby.
If you want to fight, I say go for it. I mean, there's a really scientific equation that when it comes to this stuff, it's like it's something like fuck around is equal to find out. That was it. Yeah, so if you fuck around, you will find out. Yeah.
The more you fuck around, the more you find out.
Yeah. If Y is fuck around, X is find out. Mm-hmm. And the Z-axis is just caveman brain, just doing whatever the fuck it wants. Primitive.
From when I boxed in the ring, I've never felt more alive. You know, it's just these caveman instincts, just, you know, it's survival.
Did you see Leon as just like a prime rib, and you were like, it's him or me. I gotta eat.
Yeah, exactly. I have to provide for my village,
Maybe that's
So
okay.
that's what it is.
Maybe that's how cannibals feel all the time. They're just like, I want to fight the deadliest game, which is man.
Yeah. Maybe they're just really trying to prove something.
Oh, they're proving a lot, all right. They're proving a lot of things.
I say just go for it.
Yeah.
I say just start fighting things. Start small and work your way up.
Yeah, but don't fight like, oh, I fought a badger, I fought a fox, I fought a bear. Like, go for like condors, like bald eagles.
I would disagree with you specifically on the badger one. Badgers are pretty ferocious, aren't they?
We saw a badger here. We were on the way back from a walk at like 9 p.m. and there was a badger just being like, hi, down the street in front of us.
I like the way they walk because they're so low and they're like.
Yeah, and I stopped after it and I was like, wait, it's a badger. They can kill. And I remember
Don't move.
Their vision's based on movement.
Badgers.
Yeah. I got into a kerfuffle with one when I was a kid, when we were like hunting through the fields. And I was like 12 years old. And a badger came out of a burrow and came like running towards me. And my brother had to like pick me up and run and be like, no, he'll kill you.
He picked you up and threw you at it. Get him, Sean.
Have fun. Learn quick.
That's terrifying. I would be afraid of a badger.
Yeah, badgers are scary. They're like little meatballs. They're like a raccoon, but less cute.
So maybe that's the first one.
Badger.
Badger.
Oh, and then you can end with honey badger.
Test. Ooh.
Because those things are fucked. See those things fighting like cougars and panthers and...
Oh. Maybe you start smaller than a badger. Should you start smaller than a badger?
We're always talking about grizzly bear versus gorilla. Why not honey badger versus grizzly bear? Anyway, I don't like what I just said, so let's be funnier about something else.
Fair.
Yeah, a badger's a good one. That's a
What
good
about a
start.
fisher cat? Do you know what a fisher cat is?
No.
Fisher cat is like it's in the weasel family. It's kind of similar to like a wolverine. They're really aggressive.
Oh, Wolverine. Oh, yeah, it looks like a Wolverine.
But those are smaller, so you could try that out first. But
Yeah.
you gotta work your way up.
You have to fight something that's carnivorous. You can't fight
and also
something that
make
like
sure-
eats leaves.
Make sure it's all sanctioned. By the way, you should make sure that there's a ref there and keeping everything fair.
Yeah, so the badger doesn't have a
you
low
don't-
blow.
Yeah, or he doesn't have like a razor blade or anything like that. So
Or like hydrogen peroxide on his claws, and he like goes for the eyes and. Yeah.
yeah, just make sure it's fair.
Yeah, go for small game first. But you have to do it with your bare hands. Maybe that's why it's called fighting with your bare hands. Because some dude actually killed a bear with his hands.
And then he wore the bear's hands. It's the bear hands.
Yeah, chopped it up like, what's his, Paul Revere with the raccoon hat. Is it Paul Revere that has the raccoon hat? British are coming? Is that him?
Maybe. I mean, he's the British are coming. I don't know if he had a raccoon hat.
How effective was that? Like him running through the streets being like, the British are coming! And everyone was like, fucking Paul. Like, is that boy cries wolf, or did he actually like save lives?
I think he probably saved lives. I don't remember anything that I learned from American history.
Probably saved his own life if he was galloping through town on a horse. But the people inside, all they heard was like, it's like, what did he say? I don't know. Get back to making butter. Get back to churning, Margaret. I'll make the candles.
We should make butter. We should churn butter
Oh,
while we podcast.
but we can't just churn butter. We have to make like weird butter.
Yeah, we can make weird butter.
It's the Brain Leak podcast. We've talked about shitting ourselves and penis and cum and piss.
Cum butter. Next question.
Oh, this is right on the money. This one comes in from Justin and Shay and says, hey, leakers. Shout out.
Another Shay? Is it the same one?
No.
How
Because
do
this
we
is
know for
Justin
sure?
and Shay. I don't know. Could be different. Could be. I live in Alaska and these fucking bears keep going through my garbage. How can I prevent this? And then they said LOL, and in parentheses it says lots of love. No one uses LOL for that anymore. Grow up, Justin.
What kind of bears are they? Because there's some things that you can do for certain bears, but it doesn't work for others. Like making a circle of salt. The sea bears don't go past.
The American black bear, polar bear.
Polar bear?
I mean, I know it's fucking snowy up there. They have black bears, brown bears, polar bears. You don't have grizzlies. So you're okay. I mean, there is that age-old adage of if it's black, fight back. If it's brown, lie down. Because if it's a black bear, you can make yourself big, scary, it gets scared. If it's brown, you have to play dead. It might lose interest in you. And then there's the other part of that, which is if it's a polar bear, you're fucked. Because polar bears will destroy you.
So, what you have to do then, in that case, with the standing up or lying down, is you have to make a cardboard cutout of yourself. And then you have to make sort of a Michael Reeves type scenario where there's a camera that has like Face ID, and it can differentiate between the black bear and the brown bear. And so, if it's a black bear, it'll stay up, erect. But if it's a brown bear, it'll go ta, and it'll fall on its face.
Yeah.
Thus, making the bears want to go away. Or you rig up a gun to the trash cans.
You rig up cum butter.
Oh, bears hate cum butter. That's the only thing.
Put peanut butter somewhere.
No, don't do that. Because then I can't come over.
I think you need to go. I like this idea of like a Halloween decoration display. I think you just go like fucking like deck the halls, National Lampoon kind of like lights everywhere. Rig your entire fucking house. Rig a projector, sound, fireworks, horns. So when a bear shows up, it doesn't matter if it's black, brown, polar. It doesn't matter. A bear shows up and it's dun, 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 and it's just like nonstop noise. It's like a fucking feast for the senses. Like spray skunk spray in their face.
That would deter a bear for sure. It would get freaked out.
Yeah, it's not only for bears, it's for everything. Even if there's people stealing your Amazon packages, that will freak people the fuck out.
Yeah.
That, or you just have Chris Hansen show up at your door and be like, take a seat. And then the bear's like, oh God, am I a groomer?
Oh no.
I
swear, I was just coming for pizza.
Yeah. I thought that we were trading Digimon cards. Why don't you take a seat? I'm okay. I'll leave.
Okay, I was actually going to take out the trash. I wasn't going to steal through the trash. I was just trying to do it a favor. Don't worry.
Ooh, could you Pavlov a bear? You know how it's like a dog does something and you reinforce it with a treat? Could you do that with a bear? So that you actually do get the bear to take out your trash.
Oh. Well, the trash is already out.
No, we take it a step back. We leave it at the door. And then you train the bears to come up and take the trash out for you. And it's like, you can have one food item in that bag as long as you tie it up and put it away. And then the bear's like, all right, dap me up. Didn't know you were chill like that.
This is great, actually, because instead of getting rid of your bear problem, you are turning your bear problem into a bear service.
A bear solution.
For yourself. A bear solution, yes.
And then you can learn everything about the bears. You can become one with the bears. You can be brother bear. Why no sister bear?
This is the problem.
This is where you can make it happen. Sister bear. Have you ever, this is a big tangent, but have you ever seen the Mega 64 thing? The title of the video is Why No White Panther? And it's Rocco like opening up the door and he's like, guys, I just saw Black Panther and I was just thinking, they were like, no, stop. I was like, no, but I know what you're going to say. Oh, I saw the title of the video. Nope, we're not doing it. It's so clever.
Next question. Leakers, I have a dilemma. I was scrolling through Instagram the other day and discovered the account of my old teacher, who, for context, is also close friends with my dad. I decided to have a look at what he posts and found not not 2, but over 100 different posts of him wearing latex clothing with the tag #LatexFetish. To make things worse, his entire following is of latex porn stars. Knowing that I have to see this man on a near weekly basis due to his relationship with my dad terrifies me, and I don't know if I can ever look him in the eyes again. What do I do with this information? Do I confront him? Do I pretend I never saw this? Please help me.
I think that you're being incredibly judgmental.
Yeah.
I think anybody's allowed to enjoy what they want. Why does it bother you? They're not coming over dressed in latex being like, here's a ball gag for your dad and a whip for you. They're just doing what they want to do in their spare time. Did they bring it to the classroom? Did they bring it to your house?
Maybe use this as a reflection period of why did I jump to a conclusion that this is bad?
Yeah.
People can be into latex. What if he really feels himself
Yeah.
when he's in latex?
You know,
who are you to take that away from him?
Stoicism teaches us that it's not about what happens in the world, it's about how we react to it. It's about, we have our own set of values, and when somebody does something that breaches those values, we feel attacked. We feel like we need to lash out and project our values onto them. It's more about what happens in the world, not that it doesn't affect you, but that it's outside of your control. So you need to learn to let things go and be at one with yourself and build up your own character. Time to reflect. Look in the mirror. Look, right now. Look at me. You need to grow up. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I see you and I love you. Do it. It's difficult. It's difficult to see what lies underneath.
And next time that man comes over, you look him in the eyes. You put out your hand for a stiff handshake. And you say, hey, I love that you love latex.
Put her there.
And you go, and you say, hey, proud of you. And maybe that's all he needs.
Yeah. He just needs affirmation. Mm-hmm. That, or you can make a whole like song and dance out of it. And when he comes over, be like, ew, Dad, the fucking pervert's here. Ew, Dad, John Pervert just walked into our house. Sorry, hide the latex, Dad. Uh-oh, got any latex lying around? Because he'll fucking sniff it out. I saw your Facebook. I saw your pictures, you fucking weirdo freak. And then, like, take out your phone and start taking pictures and videos. Call him by his first name.
Either one of those works.
Yeah.
So whichever you want to go for, I think is it's up to you.
It's a big swing of the pendulum here at Brain Leak. It's either one or the other. We don't have a middle ground.
No. I love swanging around, though, you know?
Yeah, I love pendulums.
It's always fun. We go, wee.
Yeah.
Wee.
The blood rushes to your head, and then your feet, and then your head, and then your feet.
And your feet and your head.
And you pass out a little. You wake up on the ground, swing hits you in the face, and then it goes from your head to your feet.
Well, folks, if any of you have any advice that you need, you can go to questions@brainleakpod.com. That's questions
hit up
at
the boys.
brainleakpod.com.
Hit up the boys.
These
These leakers know how to give advice. We've saved so many people.
Advice. And don't worry, I know so many of you are thinking, wait, but guys, a couple weeks ago you said that you would do the Reddit episode. Why aren't you doing the Reddit episode?
And today I say, pipe down, Timmy, you loud ass.
Yeah, just fucking wait a little bit. I'm a
We're going to do it in person.
We're going to do it in person. So then we can scroll through and we can go, funny.
I can put my arm around Ethan and like point at one, and we can both look at each other and go,
and we make a funny YouTube thumbnail.
Yeah, and then the credits roll.
Mm-hmm. Executive producer, Dick Wolf.
That does it for this episode. Thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed being leaky this week. Any passing final words for them?
No, I'm just so proud of these leakers out there, you know. They really have been giving it their all this season. You know, good plays, good sportsmanship out on the court fields out there. So just thank you so much for doing your best and working hard, and thank you so much for leaking with us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, these two coaches, Courtfield side, we're proud of you.
We're proud of you. Proud of you.
Stay leaky.
Stay leaky.